Hello everyone, I'm the Sylphand. I've just blown in. Yukoi Petra. I don't know if you can hear it. I have a new mic set today. So that's kind of interesting. And also, this is still Dragon Age Origins. So I thought maybe to start things, I do something a little different. I'm gonna go read some codexes. Soon as I remember where they are. It has been a while since I've played. Like I said, I have found the codexes. It's been a while since I've played this. I have nothing under creatures, nothing under items, nothing under magic. However, I do have some under their files. So let's start with characters. 170. King Endrin Idukin. Denial of the traditions of our people does not qualify as a political technicality. Very true. Endrin of House Idukin traces his ancestry back to the Paragon Idukin, the greatest warrior of Orzammar's history, who beat back the Darkspawn hordes of the First Blight. The second son of King Ansgar Idukin, he became heir after his elder brother died in approving. The most respected king in 4 generations, he restored contact with Kalsharok, the only other remaining city of the once vast Dwarven Empire, which had been lost during the First Blight. Yeah. That's my dad. He's awesome. Notes. There are 3. A letter from Rika, who we met last episode. My dearest Prince Balin, you are too kind to me. I am a small and insignificant thing. Okay, as someone who's done the Dwarven origin, commoner, you are not. You are made of awesome. Anyway, back into character. And I do not deserve your attention. Girl, get higher standards. But your willingness to tolerate my presence shows you are a prince among men. Oh, lordy girl. Backbone, grow one. I cannot thank you enough for the beautiful necklace you presented to me. There's a dirty joke in there somewhere? I'm trying to be the bigger person and not acknowledge it right now. But just know this, I'm thinking it. I will cherish it always, and I promise I will wear it at our next meeting. I know my gratitude means nothing to you, but I must say again, thank you. I will always be your humble, devoted servant. Yours truly, R. Yeah. Oh, Rika. You're a much, much better character than this letter shows you as. Now let's do 248. Feast Day gift credits. Okay. I will show these, but no, I'm... Actually, yeah, this is quite long. A lot of awesome people worked on this, is all I'm going to say. You are all awesome, awesome people, and I will not butcher your names. Just know this, your work, it's appreciated. Thank you very much. 249. Feast Day Pranks credits. And this is mostly the same thing I'm going to say as I said at 248. You are all wonderful, wonderful, talented people. You made some awesome little DLC extra content for us. Thank you. Thank you, all of you. I am not going to butcher your names. Just know this. Your work, it's appreciated. Thank you. That's all I have under notes. What else do I got? I will skip controls. Probably should brush up on them, but that's not fun. Let's go culture and history. 135. Life in Orzammar. This is quite a long one. The dwarves of... Oh, blah, 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 blah. That was read by Taz. Bonus points if you actually know who that is. Well, actually there's a couple different... Never mind. Anyway. Life in Orzammar. The dwarves of Orzammar are quite unlike those found in most human cities. Yeah, they're underground, obviously. Although Orzammar derives its vast wealth from trade with human kingdoms, which, if they're so isolationist, how is that happening? I'm just saying, if we can't go to the surface and we're not really letting people in... Oh, right, Garda, we don't talk about them. Anyway, all dwarves who come to the surface to trade are stripped of their position in society. We appreciate your work, but get the fuck out! Dwarven merchants are so ubiquitous in human cities that many people labor under the impression that all dwarves are merchants. Really? I never had that impression. Or that their whole race worships coin and trade. Again, I never had that impression. I always more thought ale and kicking ass, but eh. I'm in a mood. I'm cursing a lot today. But these surface dwarves are atypical creatures, the ones willing to give up all ties to their kin and sacrifice their rank in order to conduct business. Yeah, they're kind of giving up a lot. Below ground, the dwarves are people obsessed with honor, their own and that of their family. I'll give them that. Most noble incorporate chainmail even in formal gowns. Can I have this gown? I feel I am being denied a really kick-ass gown made of chainmail. I want one. Somewhere I wonder if a modder has already made this. It must exist. It sounds too awesome not to exist. Anyway, I was reading something. Because of slights and insults often turn deadly. Yeah. They are people who revere excellence and strive to achieve it in all things. Yeah, pretty much, go us. Even members of servant caste have been elevated to paragon, usually posthumously, in recognition of remarkable service. Yeah. We even recognize the help. And this is From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Genitivi. Brother Genitivi, you're gonna hear his name a lot. You really are. 137. The City of Orzammar. The dwarfs are lauded for their craftsmanship, and the city of Orzammar is one of their finest works. Orzammar lies at the heart of the Frostback Mountains, deep underground. The city arcs outward from Royal Palace, which is built around natural lava vent. Okay, I know some things about lava. How are we not being roasted alive? I'm just saying. Anyway, not the point. Fantasy game. Fantasy. Magic. Continual fountaining liquid rock which both lights and heats the entire cavern. Seriously, we should all be dead. Anyway. The topmost tier of Orzammar is home to the noble caste. True. With their palaces fanning out in both directions from court of the king as well as the Shaperate, which serves as a respiratory for all dwarven knowledge. Yeah, it's where smart people work. The lower tier is the commons, where the merchant caste holds sway, and where the finest works of oarsmen craftsmanship are for sale. It feels like they should have slightly better quarters then. Just saying. In the center of the river of lava, connected to the commons by a causeway, are the proving grounds. And again, given what I know about lava, how are we not killing ourselves crossing that bridge? Right, magic, moving on. A sacred arena where dwarves, by ancient tradition, settle their disputes. Let's call it that. On one side of the fiery river are the ruins of old dwarven palaces, fallen into disrepair. Yeah, you don't want to go there. It's kind of our bad district. Which locals call Dust Town. And sorry, that sounded way too cheery. Now home to the city's castles. Seriously, it's a bad part of town, don't go there. On the other side of the river are the deep roads. I can read English good. Which once joined the sprawling dwarven empire together, but now, after centuries of darkspawn incursions, are largely sealed off. Because we don't want to deal with that shit either. Nearly all knowledge of this network of underground passages has been lost, even to its builders. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Genitivi. Like I said, we're gonna see this guy a lot. 140. The House of Idukin, Shield of Orzammar. Hey, that's my house. The Assembly has never named a paragon with so little disagreement as there was for Paragon Idukin. Woo! Go us. No naysayers, only a single assertion. His worthiness was unquestionable, his favor with the ancestors clear. Yeah, we're kinda cool. But family rumor says the man himself was deeply troubled. Yeah, yeah. Prone to fits of melancholy and self-doubt. Well, really, who isn't? Never satisfied with his great achievement in protecting Orzammar, he died cursing that he had not managed to save the outlying Tigers. I don't see how that's a bad thing. You know, having perspective on yourself is really good, especially in a leader. At least can go, yeah, I fuck things up, but I'm trying. I really am. And back to the Codex. Before he rose to Paragon, he was of little note. The memories tell us that he never entered a single proving. Well, I have to make up for that, don't I? Never sought to elevate his place among the warrior caste. He spent most of his years prior to the First Blight fighting skirmishes in the deep roads, keeping them free from surface bandits, content to live quietly with his wife and daughters. Aww, that's nice. And now I'm burping. Edit that out. When the Blight began, it caused Orzammar in the midst of a vicious inter-house war. That's not good. Most of the warrior caste was caught up in feuding. For as word of attacks poured in, each great house demanded that the army be sent to defend their thaig, and no house would agree to sacrifice their own holdings for the safety of any others. Well, that's messed up. The assembly was utterly tied up with infighting, and the darkspawn spread unchecked to the gates of Orzammar herself. Yeah, time and place, people. Just saying. In the chaos, Hadouken grudgingly took command of the armies. He enlisted aid of the mining caste to collapse overrun passages, called upon the smith caste to supply them with arms, and bypassed the assembly and the nobles entirely. See, good man. He knows how to get shit done. I dig him. With his leadership, Orzammar was saved from annihilation. Exactly. From his insubordination, he was made a paragon. Yet he always considered it a defeat. From a history of Hadouken, paragon, king, peacemaker. Wait, you're not Jenna TV. You're by Scholar Gertak. 142. Orzammar politics. As dangerous as it is to mistake a dwarf's caste, it is far more deadly to mistake his alliances. The noble houses of Orzammar. Everyone in the city is allied with someone. Good to know. Whether by blood or by word. Good to know. The nobles do not engage directly in commerce themselves, as that is the domain of the merchant caste. Damn dirty merchants. But they do serve as patrons. Wait, they have patron accounts? Cool. They invest in shops or artisans' work, and in turn reap a share of the profits as well as a measure of the credit. So many jokes. Anyway, merchants and warriors alike benefit from the services of prestigious patrons. And we're scrolling. The relative power of each house is ever-changing. It is usually safe to assume that whichever noble house holds the throne is at top of the heap, but below that, things grow into a tangled mess. They really do. We need conditioner. Houses ally with one another by marriage. They earn rank and prestige when combatants, loyal to them, or their own bloodlines, win provings. They earn it when artisans they patronize become sought after or well regarded, or when the merchants they invest in become successful. The degrees of power that these achievements confer is so murky, even to the dwarves, that it isn't unusual for nobles to challenge one another to provings over who smith forges better belt buckles. Seriously, we got nothing better to do. We really got nothing better to do. Okay. Or whose servants have the best manners. Again, we got nothing better to do. Really? Okay, when I become queen, that's gonna change. We're gonna do something. Nor is it out of the ordinary to find two merchants arguing over whose noble patron has won the most acclaim, for the rank of the patron is the rank of the client. Yeah. Nowhere is this more apparent than in the assembly, where the Deshers representatives of each noble house meet. Although the king technically rules Orzammar, kings are elected by the assembly, and so each king must work constantly to maintain the support of the Deshers. Kings who prove unpopular find their heirs deemed unacceptable to inherit the throne. Power even passes to another house. Well, that's not good. I mean, I'm in line for this, so hopefully I proved myself worthy. In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Janativi. 144. Dwarven Faith. We are the children of the stone. She supports us, shelters us, offers us the most priceless gifts of earth. The worthy return to her embrace in death, becoming ancestors. The unworthy are cast out, unable to rest, that their failings may not weaken the stone. So it has been since the earliest memories. We live by the stone, guided by the ancestors, who speak with the voice of the provings, and whose memories the Shaper keeps forever in Miriam. We do not accept the empty promises of heaven, as the wild elves do, or vie for favor of absent gods, like the Elvar do. Never mind. Instead, we follow the footsteps of our paragons, the greatest of our ancestors, warriors, craftsmen, leaders, the greatest example of life spent in service to our fellow dwarves. Our paragons joined with the stone in life, and now stand watch at our gate, ushering in those surfaces privileged to visit our city. We know there is no greater honor to hope for, no better reward for an exceptional life. As told by Shaper... that guy! Sissibori? Yeah, that guy. Him. He was a Shaper. 146. Orzammar History, Chapter 1. The memories tell us that our kingdom once reached far beneath the mountains, and that the tides were almost beyond counting. Kalsharok was the capital then, home to all the noble houses, and Orzammar was simply the home of the miner and smith castes. We came a long way by being the last one standing. It was the Tevinter Imperium that things changed. Yeah, darn Vince. Paragon Garal moved to the seat of power to Orzammar to more closely oversee the trade that began with the surface. It seemed that our people were entertaining a new age of prosperity. The memories hold no explanation for the coming of the Darkspawn, only questions. Yeah, there's a lot of questions. At first they were rumors, noises in the deep roads, a lost traveler here and there. The warrior caste sent men to patrol the road, and thought the matter settled. We did not know that while we searched for them, they were engaged in a search of their own. Sleeping deep in the stone itself was the archdemon. They found him, and awakened him, and the blight began. Darn Darkspawn, do you have to ruin everything? The Darkspawn poured out of the deep roads like smoke. Then the warrior caste struggled to hold them back. Countless tags were lost on that first blight. But as ever, in the worst moments of our need, the Paragons arose. Paragon Iduken led the defense of Orzammar. The Dark Horde was beaten back. The cost of victory, however, was great. Much of the deep roads were sealed to hold back the Darkspawn, cutting off tags and even whole cities forever. Orzammar is the kingdom, as told by Shaper, that guy. Yes. And that is the last of the culture and history notes I have to read. I'll be skipping controls because it's not that interesting. And let me do something real quick. Let's go talk to my bros. And by that I mean, let us stealth up and pickpocket.
Atrasvala, big sister.
Hey.
How surprising to run into you out among the common folk.
I know, right?
Especially since duty requires that you attend our King Father at the feast today.
I know,
Have you
there's time.
so little respect for him to disregard his wishes on a day set aside for you?
Lord Harrowmont told me we wouldn't be needed for hours at least.
Exactly.
Silence!
Hey!
If I want the opinion of my sibling's second, I will ask for it.
But you should
Yes,
ask
Your
for it.
Highness.
He's awesome. Yeah, don't speak to Gorin like that, Dick.
I speak to lower houses and castes as they should be spoken to. Now do as I say.
do you not know who I am? Keep barking orders. I'm sure I'll care someday.
Your lack of a sense of duty to your house is obvious. I can't imagine why you're receiving a commission. I expect after tomorrow I'll spend much time apologizing to the heads of the noble houses for the deaths of their children under your
Hey.
incompetent command.
That's a bit harsh, isn't it?
Thank you, bro.
As heir to the throne, it is my duty to
Wait,
impart
you're
wisdom
the
and
heir?
judgment upon those who
Really?
need it. Now then, you, get to the feast.
Make me. It's cute how you think you can order me around.
I'd advise you to watch that tongue, dear sibling. Father will not live forever. Come, Balin.
Bye-bye. Well,
That was fun. Nothing like being talked down to by the next king.
ignore him. It's my day, not his.
That it is. Let's get back to enjoying it, shall we?
Oh yeah, enjoying it. And a new screenshot's been added. I think with that cutscene out of the way, here's a good place for me to cut the video, check how my recording quality is going, see how my new mic's handling things, despite my numerous tongue trips. So until next, tack like a tail, a kiddo.